Brian, congrats on the win. Does it? Are you seeing a much different team right now than you were at the beginning of the year, or is it fundamentally still very similar?
Well, I think the players are fundamentally similar. Look, De La Vega getting 45 minutes tonight was huge. But the players are the same. We're just executing better. We're making plays. The team is a good team. We've got a good squad. They believe that they can win. I think the coaches have done a great job of kind of getting the players to all understand what we want. And the players have been delivering.
All right, next question will go over to Andy Yamashita of the Seattle Times. Andy, go for it, please.
Hey, Brian, you mentioned there with Pedro obviously giving you 45 big minutes, but it seemed like he was all over the field in those 45 minutes doing a lot of good things. What do you look for him to continue to do as he gets more playing time and as he kind of reintegrates after the injury?
Well, number one, get to know his teammates. Number two, understand the way we want to play. Look, I'm going to give him some freedom. He's certainly a tremendous player, talented player, but he has to understand the system, and then the players have to understand that if Pedro goes over here, then somebody's got to fill in his spot over there. So it's still a work in progress, but I was very pleased with the effort he put in. Very pleased with some of his touches. You guys saw it. He's an exciting player. And, I'm not going to say he's going to lead us to a championship. I want to keep the expectations in line. It is still a work in progress with him, but he's a super talented kid. And I know when the media guys are going to push out their social media stuff, he's pretty good at jingle bells as well.
Appreciate it.
All right, reminder for me, if you have a question for head coach Brian Schmetzer, please go ahead and hit that raise hand function button. As if on cue, Maz, go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, hey, Brian, I'm just going to use Steph's words. And then he said, we're patient now, we're clinical in our passing, and we're ruthless. And I'm wondering if you could take those words in terms of what you saw from Rothrock and also Obed Vargas, because they seem to embody those words.
Well, Rothrock has been just a delight. He's been a surprise, a delight, something that you might not have expected to, have as much impact in our team, but the kid did it again. I mean, started the game, okay, first half, was okay, wasn't involved in everything, but he makes plays. Obed, you're seeing a kid who has an unlimited potential. I'm glad Steph, our goalkeeper, is talking about clinical and efficiency and all that sort of stuff, but, kudos to him. That save in the 48th minute right out of halftime, saves later in the second half. I mean, he kept us in it. Love having Steph here. So kudos to him.
All right, we'll go over to Jorge Santos next. Jorge, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Brian, you're probably the person that is more associated with the Sounders in Seattle. So congratulations on the semifinal that is going to come to Seattle. It seems like the venue at Starfire is a little small. So being a soccer guy from Seattle, is there a better venue that we could use if we don't have Lumen, the UW Memorial Stadium? Just wanted to hear your thoughts on that. But I don't want to get you in trouble.
Okay, I like Starfire. Whether it's the best field or not the best field, that's subject to debate, but I like Starfire. So it is what it is. I mean,
memories
we're going to play there.
All right. Next question, we'll go over to Owen Murray. Owen, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Hey, Brian, thanks for taking the time. I'm going to throw a stat at you. So before you guys played the Union in that reschedule game, you were 0-4-3 in games that were decided by a goal or less, and since then you're 6-1-3. What do you think has changed?
Well, Owen, again, they're making plays. Guys are making plays. It's hard to win on the road. Even when Austin went down a man, they didn't quit. So credit to Josh. It's just the ball seems to be bouncing our way. We had a bad luck. We were shooting ourselves in the foot early on in the year, but maybe early in the year they could have called that penalty. You know, maybe that was a tug on the jersey. Maybe that was, you know, one of those corner kicks gonna slip in at the back post. But, you know, one of my biggest mentors, Jimmy Gabriel, said, you know, your luck always evens out as the season progresses. And we had a ton of bad luck in the beginning of the year. It's evening out.
Thanks.
All right, we've got time for one or two follow-ups here. So if you still have your hand raised, I'll try to get around. Andy, did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, I did. You know, obviously with you guys playing on Tuesday, rotated the squad, but guys like Gamar and New who played 90 minutes in both games, I guess just how important is it to be able to have that consistency, especially at the back?
Well, it was important. Look, I was going to make a few more changes in this game, but I decided against it. I think we needed to collect points in a regular season push, as well as getting through in Open Cup. So we'll take some time and we'll, you know, figure out a game plan for St. Louis. I know they'll be hungry after their result tonight, but we'll be at home and we've got, you know, Sunday off. We'll regen Monday. We'll train Tuesday. So Wednesday seems doable for a lot of guys, but we'll have to check in with them. You know, our sports staff, our sports science guys, our trainers and everything, they do a great job getting the guys ready to play. And Ymar had a beast of a game. Knew who, you know, Jackson back there was good. Alex Roldan, welcome back. You know, welcome back to Alex. I thought he was good. You know, the whole team had a really awesome performance. JP was big tonight. Probably kept him on the field a little longer than I wanted to. But again, these points were critical.
Thank you.
All right, Maz, did you still have a follow-up?
I do. Hey, Brian, when you brought in Morris and Rusnek, did you go to a higher press to open up the game and take advantage of Morris's speed? It looked like that.
Maz, you are a smart guy. You absolutely nailed it. In the first half, we had a different line of confrontation than the second half. Well done, Maz. We pressed a little higher, more like normal. Okay, because we don't like to give up territory. And then, Maz, the only thing we got to fix is, seems like at the start of the second half, when we scored the goal, you know, towards the end of the game, we were okay. But then the last 10 minutes trying to close the game out, we did give up too much territory. We didn't press higher up the field. So that's the next thing we're going to work on. But you nailed the tactics. We're going to press higher up the field.
Thank you.
All right, knowing we were tight on time and coach needs to make a flight home with the rest of the team, I'm going to give final word here to Jeremiah O'Shin.
Yeah, we may as well end it with a question about JP. I know you said that he played a little bit longer than you wanted, but you know, earlier in the year you guys were struggling just to get him on the field, and now he plays 3 games in a week. He goes pretty long in all 3 games. I gotta imagine that speaks to the work he's done and the work that the sports science crew has done to get him to this point.
It's the sports science guys, it's the fitness guys, whatever you want to call them, the trainers. It's JP, it's his regimen. It's a group effort, but we're seeing a really good version of JP right now. He's been tremendous.
Ryan, any closing remarks?
I thought the team was awesome tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it at home. The team was awesome tonight.
Safe travels home.
Including Leo Chu was very good tonight.
Thank you. Safe travels home. We'll see you next week.